Welcome to the very first episode of Strops Klat, the podcast where we talk things all Cleveland sports and more. Today, we got news on Championship Sunday, the Cavs, and Super Bowl predictions. I'm Brian.
And I'm Timmy.
Let's get to it. Starting off with the NFC Championship. The NFC Championship was the final of 55-23 Philly, with Saquon Barkley having the most active TDs on the team. With him on Philly, we've had 15 carries, 118 yards, and 3 TDs. Jalen Hurts doing his phenomenal tush-push, got him a few TDs as well. And basically, that was Philly with their normal tush-push run-around, we're at home, we're going to the Super Bowl. Everyone thought that it would be the Bills Commanders or Bills and the Eagles because people thought the Bills would take down the Chiefs after the Commanders dethroned the Lions.
It's absolutely crazy to think about. When I first met Brian back in the fall of 2023, he was a Birds fan, and I would chirp him constantly every time the Birds would lose. And now here the Birds are going back to a Super Bowl. I know that's got you a little fired up.
Not too much, to be fair. I only like the Eagles because of the bird mascot.
Okay.
But that was back then when the Browns were absolute dog crap.
I mean, they basically still are, so...
At least Flacco got some hopes up. And
not heading in the right direction. But that NFC Championship game, the highest scoring NFC Championship game in a long time.
Saquon Barkley, no doubt, having the best time of his career in Philly, especially having a chance to go for it all, dethrone Mahomes' three-peat, and win it all at the Super Bowl.
On his birthday.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Absolutely crazy. Can you imagine playing in the Super Bowl on your birthday?
No, I could not. But to be fair, my birthday is before week 1 of football. I don't know about yours.
Mine's in October, so I'm always thinking playoff baseball when it comes to my birthday. So yeah, this is our podcast, Strops Klat, or Sports Talk backwards if you're hip. But we're going to talk about all things sports. Brian's got a wonderful rundown for us today. I'm excited to get through it and grow with you guys throughout the semester.
As am I. I love talking sports, and believe it or not, Timmy helped me actually get into it along with my former roommate Dylan, who is no longer at Kent. But hey, that's neither here nor there, and we will get into the Commanders' half of Championship Sunday with good old Ohio State native Scary Terry McLaurin. He had a nice catching TD by Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels himself having a rushing TD going 29 for 48, 1 interception. Not too bad for him. So, topics on Jaden Daniels. Possibly, obviously, settled his offensive rookie of the year. And
let's address the elephant in the room. No girlfriend. Crazy mom who won't let him have a girlfriend. I mean, you know what? If the recipe got him to the NFC Championship, good for him, dude. Don't mess with your recipe. But to me, on the outside, seems a little crazy. I don't know. I guess he's just not distracted. Good for him.
I mean, say the Commanders were actually able to dethrone Philly, he would have been the first rookie to take his team to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Stroud alone was able to win a division, which obviously...
Somebody had to win that division.
Right.
That was how it felt.
But that's neither here nor there on the Texans. Thank you, Stroud, for helping Ohio State. And moving on off the Commanders' half, the Ohio State Buckeyes, championships of 2024-2025. Yay!
The national championships. Ohio State just turns into an absolute beast whenever you switch up the playoff format, huh?
Basically, I mean, look at Jeremiah Smith. He's a freshman, and he's already predicted to be the number 1 overall pick when he is draftable.
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal. And some of the offers these guys are getting to go to the portal, not leave the portal, it's absolutely crazy how much college sports have changed with NIL. But while we're talking about Ohio State, I do want to mention a date that is in my head. That is November 1st. November 1st, Ohio State will be facing off against Penn State, the Nittany Lions. Why is this big, you might ask? Because the Nittany Lions just stole our defensive coordinator, Jim Knowles.
They did what?
Yes. Jim Knowles signed with Penn State, and I immediately got out my calendar and circled November 1st. My best friend's stepdad is a huge Penn State fan. Every year his family has a big party. It's Ohio State versus Penn State. And I mean, let's be honest, dude, Penn State hasn't beat us but one time in the last year. 10 years rather, and of course it was 2016. So I'm excited to keep this butt whooping going, but I mean, while we're on the topic of Ohio State, lately that's kind of how we felt against Michigan.
Yeah, the team up north. Oh, God. Although I can support the Lions, I will never support any other team from Detroit. They're either division rivals or we just absolutely hate them. Obviously, we are a little biased being the state of Ohio, but hey, it's what you're going to get when you're facing the Wolverines.
Well said.
Coach Ryan Day becoming one of the best coaches.
All right, we're going to stop right there. We are not going to go any further. I still wanted Ryan Day's job even before the playoffs. I said he lost to Michigan. I don't care if he wins us a national championship. I want his job gone. He cannot beat Michigan. He doesn't deserve that spot. I'm going to die on that hill because Ohio State went and won the national championship, and here I am in end of January still talking about how Ryan Day needs to beat Michigan.
That is true. I mean, Urban Meyer, I believe, was with Ryan Day, correct?
Yeah.
When they won in 2014 under Joey Bosa. So, I mean, Day's got his second championship. Good for him. But, yeah, on the topic of people wanting Day fired, it had to be championship or bust for him because he was under so much fire.
It still is bust, in my opinion. But, you know what? That's Strops Klat. If you've got a different opinion, let us know.
Very much so. We are on all streaming platforms. So, yeah. On top of that, let's get to the AFC Championship, where the three-peat is still going strong because the Bills cannot beat the Chiefs, for the love of God, in the postseason, and I absolutely hate it.
Let's go, Buffalo.
Literally, I was rooting for all Lake Erie teams. With the Browns not making it, that was between the Bills and the Lions.
I just want to let Bills fans know that it's not a rivalry if you always lose.
I mean, technically it still is because if you think about it, it's a split. It's Bills in the regular season, Chiefs in the postseason.
No, man, we're not going to do that.
I know, that's the sad part.
I get what you're saying, and I do, but, we're starting to sound like Bengals fans milking that 2021 Super Bowl.
Oh, Cincy, no thank you.
It's getting old.
I agree. But hey, credit to the Rams for throwing them off. I couldn't resist. Anyway, with the AFC Championship, Mahomes, he just does it again, unfortunately. The Bills choked again, with Josh Allen going 22 for 34, 237 yards, 2 TDs.
I mean, it's a mindset.
Yeah, he actually had it literally in his grasp as soon as that fumble by Mahomes happened.
Yeah.
And then we got good old Pat Mahomes not having the best night, and yet the Kansas City defense is able to stop the snowplow, which would be the tush push for Philly. Which, yeah, I don't think that call on fourth down should have been. It should have went to Buffalo, but no, it's the Zebras.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you can say that, but you need to put yourself in a position to play good enough football to not let it come down to a referee's call.
That's the sad part. I mean,
and the Bills didn't do that.
Yeah,
it was a good game. It was a great game, but just at the end, things didn't go their way.
Unfortunately.
And that's where it comes down to championship mentality. This Chiefs team is scary. There's a reason that no other team, there's been 9 teams that have won back-to-back Super Bowls throughout its history. They are the first team to make it back to the Super Bowl going for a third. There have been 3 other teams, I believe, that fell in the conference championship. They are the first to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. There was a lot of talk about dynasty as soon as Pat got his first, comparing him to Brady. This Chiefs team is a scarier dynasty than any Tom Brady-led Patriots team.
I agree. Oh, okay.
It was a pen drop for you listening at home.
Very much so. Also, with Brady, he also like Mahomes, he went 3 times, but he didn't get it the third time because he got injured, and the Patriots did not make it. Do you think the Eagles can knock off the Chiefs from doing that too?
So this time around, it does feel a bit different. I was talking to some of my friends, and I said, if I'm Jason Kelsey, I got to be kicking myself a little bit. Retiring, and then you get one of the greatest backs of all time, and Saquon Barkley, and he comes, and you guys are in the Super Bowl with a rematch against your brother. We could have had the Kelsey Bowl 2.0.
I mean, if it only was on ESPN, knowing Jason Kelsey has a contract with them. But Fox Sports will be hosting it at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. So.
Crazy stuff. So, back to your question, I do think the Eagles have a good chance to knock off the Chiefs, but I still think it's Chiefs Kingdom. I think they're bringing home that 3rd Super Bowl.
Mahomes or the defense?
You know what, that's fair, but you have to score enough points to win. So they say defense wins championships, and it got them there, and it might keep them in it, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be on Kermit the Frog.
Patrick Kermit the Frog Mahomes.
I'm here.
I can't do
a terrible impression.
I couldn't do Mahomes' voice if I wanted to. My throat would hurt.
Our viewers are thanking you for not trying.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it would probably either hurt my throat or hurt your ears. So let's just skip that pain. And let's just say former Cleveland Brown Kareem Hunt or Isaiah Pacheco, depending on who goes on. Yeah, it's the running back bowl. Who's it going to be, Saquon or one of those two?
I think a solid lock is an anytime touchdown scorer, Kareem Hunt. Anytime touchdown scorer, Saquon Barkley. And if you really want to get dicey with it, throw a Jalen Hurts touchdown in there. That tush push is just too good.
Yeah, don't know how Philly always gets away with the tush push when literally Buffalo can apparently be stopped on their version of the snowplow, which is the exact same play, but Josh Allen runs a little more than Jalen Hurts does.
So I think that's the bet I'm working up right now. We got both the running backs to score. We got Hunt, Shaquan, and then I'm going to tease it by throwing in a Jalen Hurts touchdown. I don't think I used that term right, but I'm going to add in a Jalen Hurts touchdown. So we got 3 touchdowns and a Chiefs win.
Very much so.
I think I'm going to lock it in right now. Strops Klat.
Okay, as Timmy is going to do his betting, I am going to just throw in my prediction here, and I'm going to say that I do think the Eagles will win. It's going to come down to a Jake Elliott field goal, though. Possible overtime again, just like last year when they did it against the 49ers with the Chiefs. But instead, that was a touchdown. I do think this time will be a field goal by Jake Elliott to steal the game.
Wow.
Final score prediction, 32
Special players
to 29 Eagles.
Special teams.
I mean,
32-29 Eagles. You got it coming down to the field goal. I like it.
I mean, most Super Bowls have that. I mean, it would have been the same last year, too, with the 49ers, but the Chiefs got a final touchdown by, not Christian Watson, he's on the Packers, but I forget who it was Watson. He got the touchdown. He sealed the Super Bowl for the Chiefs. And I hate to say it, but if the Chiefs three-peat, no sports team in the NFL is going to be like, oh, it's Kansas City, I'm going to fear them. No, you got to overcome that. And I'm going to go back to Ohio State on that. Will Howard, graduating a senior, is draftable this year, with rumors of Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward also going in the top draft picks. Where do you think that Will Howard will land?
Wow. You know, I tend to not have the best draft boards when it comes down to it. I don't have the best eye for evaluating talent, and I think he fits great in Kevin Stefanski's scheme. We're just going to go ahead and say it. I think he could fit in well here. I think he would be pretty good. We'll see.
Here's the question. What round? Because Andrew Berry is known for picking people out of Ohio State. And I'm not going to lie, we need a replacement for Za'Darius. Sorry, Mike Hall Jr., you're a great O-lineman, and I still love you, but
Howard's there in the third, and we don't have a quarterback from that first pick, take him.
I would have went second. Take Jack Sawyer with the second overall.
Okay.
And then you.
Okay. Wow. Jack Sawyer is the second overall pick.
I mean, did you not see the chain that Will Howard put on when we won the Cotton Bowl? I mean, come on, dude.
Okay.
It literally said top 10. I think I actually had a pick of it here.
I'm going to need some Strops Klat viewers to chime in and let me know what you guys think about that. Brian Metzel's over here calling for the number 2 overall pick, Cleveland Browns, Jack Sawyer.
I mean, it's not really...
That's crazy.
It's not a prediction, which is the sad part, but I've been posting it so many times on Twitter and Instagram to beg Andrew Berry.
Okay.
Get them. At least get Will Howard.
I mean, while we're talking about Andrew Berry, and we brought up Kareem Hunt, he's in my Super Bowl bet that I'm working up currently as we speak. The meme with the laser eyes has gotten old. It's outdated.
Very much so.
Letting Kareem Hunt walk straight on to the Chiefs in Week 4 again. I don't know how he's not picked up before the season starts, but here we are. And here Kareem Hunt is playing in the Super Bowl.
And let's see, where does that remind me? I believe it reminds me of a certain Joey Flacco. Dude comes off the couch and is, unfortunately, with Kareem Hunt case, back with the Chiefs. And, yeah, I mean, he was on the Chiefs before, so I can't say that he doesn't belong there. But for the Chiefs to just pick him up as soon as Pacheco goes on IR, sounds familiar with what we did with Chubb. Does it not?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Like, I don't know how he made it that far.
Yeah, I mean, I forget his current age. I want to say 29. I'm not certain. But he's definitely at the edge of his prime. And the fact that he's back with the Chiefs with the possible to get another ring again with the Chiefs, I mean, nobody could have saw that coming. I mean, literally everybody thought it would be Lions. I hate to say it, but it would probably still be the Chiefs or Bills. But hey, Thank God that the Bills took care of the Ratbirds. It only came down to injuries for both Detroit and Buffalo, and the turnovers and the stops that cost them the chance to have another Battle of Lake Erie. This time would be in the Superdome for a Super Bowl. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
So before we jump, are you ready for it? Like I feel like I'm obligated to say this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. This is just the first Strops Klat bet that I cooked up live while we're on the air, and it has officially been placed at plus 1,291. I did a unit and a half. The $15 I had in FanDuel. So we're going with FanDuel Sportsbook, but we got Kansas City Chiefs money line. Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown scorer. Sorry, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley. Then we got Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown scorer, and Kareem Hunt, anytime touchdown scorer. Plus 1,291. $15, Brian, to win $208.
And something tells me you will end up winning that bet because you know Kareem Hunt, he powers his way through. Saquon Barkley, he's going to run halfway down. And 9 times out of 10, if Jalen Hurts gets a touchdown, it's probably going to be a tush push at the 1 yard line.
Strops Klat viewers, I'm excited to hear what you guys all have cooked up. I'm like, let me know what you guys are taking before the Super Bowl.
We have 2 weeks, 1 week this Sunday, 2 weeks on this previous Sunday for Super Bowl Sunday.
So we'll have one more episode out before the Super Bowl.
Probably another round of predictions, if I'm not going to be mistaken, based on...
Cool. Looks like I might have to cook up another parlay.
And of course, we will always have you covered for everything sports related in the greater Cleveland area and more when it's nationally televised. Moving on to the actual greater Cleveland area, we have our Cavs, who, I hate to say it, I mean, love the 1 seed, don't get me wrong, and I'm just going to be thankful for the team we have. TJ, Ty Jerome, phenomenal work in Philly. It's only sad that Philly's actually starting to make a comeback when they were winning the last few games. And past the Philly loss, we had to play the Detroit Pistons and our former coach, JB Bickerstaff.
Thank you, JB.
Yeah, thank you, JB, for all you've done, but unfortunately it was not enough, but we still respect the hell out of you. And now I have gotten reports right before our podcast launched today, actually, that our beloved Darius Garland is not playing in tonight's game against the Miami Heat as they had given him a rest day for tomorrow's game against the Atlanta Hawks.
I like that. You know, our coach has been big this year on really trying to keep all of our players. Nobody's playing 40 minutes a game.
No.
And that's okay. That's why we're being able to stay as healthy as we have for as long as we have and find the success that we have this season.
Yeah, and especially with the Miami Heat and the Jimmy Butler saga, oh, God.
It makes me thankful that we have selfless players.
I'm going to just say this, and this is totally opinion I cannot speak.
Opinion-based.
Thank you. That, yeah, it is opinion-based. And Strops Klat viewers, I would like to know your thoughts on this. The Utah Jazz, when we traded for Donovan Mitchell, we gave him a lot of draft picks. And to think that the Phoenix Suns, just a few days ago, gave them their 2031 draft pick in exchange for 3 first-rounders. I'm literally thinking that the Utah Jazz, no offense to them, are a literal bank. And they are ready for any trade that comes their way because I don't know if it's a cap situation or greed or...
I mean, that was the only move Phoenix could do. Phoenix has been in a very rough situation since acquiring Kevin Durant, and it's just been like there's no way out. So I was happy for them and their fans that they were able to get something done.
Very much so. Not to mention that KD, I can't even describe his season. He's literally... Him and Devin Booker have put the Suns on his back.
Yep.
And the rumors of Jimmy Butler going to the Suns ever since that trade went down are spiking high. But there's also rumors of him going to the Golden State Warriors. Your opinion, Timmy?
Wow. I want to let all of the viewers know right now that after the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Los Angeles Lakers back in October, I immediately, on the walk back to my car outside of Progressive Field, placed an NBA futures bet, 1 unit, on the Cavs to win the NBA championship. At the time, it was plus 3,000. $10 to win 310. So I am riding high on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And thank you, Bronny, for stepping in. Hashtag LeBron James' son. And obviously, LeBron, we love you. You are still the hometown hero, despite you leaving twice. But, hey, to have your son play his first game at the place you were born and played most of your entire career.
Points.
Yeah, he did. On top of his first game. So, props to Bronny.
Yeah, shout out to the kid's kid from Akron.
Yeah, definitely. if only
the kid from Akron's kid.
If only Curry did that. But hey, that
Same
was
hospital.
Yeah, that's
fun sports trivia fact for you listeners out there. If you didn't know, LeBron James and Steph Curry were born at the same hospital in Akron.
But
do you know why that is?
No, I actually do not. Go ahead.
It's because Steph Curry's father played for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Noted. That's also news for you guys, Strops Klat viewers, as my phone is currently blowing up with Discord. Please forgive me for that. My bad error. But, yeah, I mean, look at TJ. Good old Ty Jerome. Putting up phenomenal stats in Philly. I think didn't he not set the career record for, since he went 8 for 8 on threes, since nobody's ever done that in Cavs history, not even LeBron?
Not hip. I'm kind of shocked that Ty Jerome jerseys are still available at the Center Court Team Shop.
Yeah. So go shop at Center Court if you ever go down to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I personally actually have a TJ The Land jersey.
Nice.
And a Donovan Spida. It actually says Spida with the hoop in the back.
Nice.
Like, you know those? They actually had the wine and gold version.
Solid.
They made one for The Land. It's literally in blue.
Let's go. Viewers at home, let us know who you guys are repping. I'm always repping my teams.
Yeah. Always support the Cavs, and when it comes to football, the Lake Erie teams. Because, not going to lie, the Browns, as much as I love them, they never make it all the way. I like that for between now and next year when I turn 21. I pray the Browns can at least win one Super Bowl, because I literally thought Joe Flacco would do it for us. But no, nobody showed up for that game against Houston. But hey, that's neither here nor there, and that was older. Sam Merrill is also questionable for tonight's game. I forget why, though. I want to say he re-aggravated his wrist.
His back? Interesting. I thought he had a back problem.
It might be back. It's back or wrist, one of the two. And yeah, with the Cavs playing the Miami Heat tonight, we're playing them. We're at the Kaseya Center. Fun fact, my mom is actually talking tonight with an agent named Ava. I thought it was going to be at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. She's going to get a call when she's on with her shift. And they're going to discuss membership options for next year. So if you are 21 or older and would like to be Cavs memberships, you can go onto their website and look up at
Cavs United.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to get to that. So we're going to the Kaseya Center tonight and then coming back immediately to play the Hawks tomorrow at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I can understand why Kenny Atkinson would be resting Darius Garland, and I'm surprised Donnie's not rested yet.
I'm sure his minutes will be restricted tonight.
Probably either for betting odds or just hopefully, because you still got to worry about Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. Cannot really go against that.
And we're in Miami. The Cavs have trouble winning in Miami.
Yeah, the Kaseya Center, the curse of the Cavs.
Yeah. Is Kevin Love still on that team?
Yeah.
All right.
But I think he's still a bench player.
Yeah, but still. They're old guys.
Okay, viewers, I'm going to just say this.
Look for that Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson match.
That is the one I was about to say.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I stole it from you. My bad. Great minds think alike here at Strops Klat.
Very much so. I mean, look what happened in LA. I can't speak. In LA, I mean, Tristan and LeBron, they met up before the game. Unfortunately, they never played at the same time because it was already a butt kicking when Tristan played. But hey, I'm sure LeBron was still happy to see him.
Double T's been getting big minutes lately.
He has.
It's been more than just blowout minutes. He's been getting crucial minutes with, Evan Mobley being out a little bit and Jared Allen. He's been rotating them in there.
Yeah, I mean, you need twin towers. So that's what Coach says. But, I mean, he's literally, I hate to say it, Tristan, I love you, bro. I'm glad you won us. You're with us and you had the ring with LeBron. But, I mean, come on, dude. You need to do better at free throws. You're a defensive, not an offensive.
The whole Cavs team can improve on their free throws lately. But while we're on the Cavs, let me bring up the point. I called my best friend today. Listen, as soon as we brought up the Cavs, you said you love the number 1 seed. At this point, the Cavs are going to get their 40th win before their 20th loss. We're playing incredible basketball. What's most important for them is hanging on to home court advantage throughout the playoffs.
That's what I think screwed us against Boston last time. We stole one in the TD Garden, but we could not win at our own place.
Yeah. So I think we need to stay healthy and just hang on to that number 1 seed. Listen, we're not going to beat the 73-9 record, okay? That's out the window at this point. So let's just play good basketball and focus on holding on to that number 1 seed.
I still do think that we can at least get 65 to 70 wins.
Yeah, I think so.
So at the time of recording this, we are 37-9, as Timmy had stated. And the Celtics, also losing to the Rockets lately, are 32-15, 5.5 games behind us. We will be meeting up with the Celtics next Tuesday. I will actually be at that game, so I can give you guys next week what the arena was like and the energy if it's not nationally televised. They did move it to 7:30, so I will be surprised if they did not move it to TNT, but hey, that's neither here or there.
Nice.
And what else do we have? The Milwaukee Bucks nationally televised on TNT last night. I mean, look at Damian Lillard's stats. Great points against his former team, the Oregon Trailblazers. Give me 1 second.
He called them the Oregon Trailblazers.
I mean, Portland's in Oregon.
I know. It's just funny.
But even though it's not completely on the topic of Cleveland, it looks like Damian Lillard scored 20 points against that team. Giannis, oh my God, looking at the entire Bucks stats, 39 points. Dame Lillard came in with 20. So Giannis had a great game last night, and there have been rumors before this season started that Giannis would be traded. So I don't think that ain't going to happen unless they do something to... I don't know, like...
All of that, and Damian Lillard fell to Portland? Losing in Portland, 112 to 125.
Yeah, that's the sad part. He had a career-high game, and yet his former team beat him.
Crazy.
Who was the highest scoring for Portland? It looks like... Who is this? Denny Advagia? I don't know how to pronounce it. I can't say he's a rookie, but it's someone I never heard of. So, I mean, I can't blame him for that. So, I know you guys don't like to talk Pro Bowl a whole lot. It's one of the most underrated football things, but it looks like the Browns have quite a few starters. Jerry Jude going against with Jamar Chase as the starters for the AFC wide receiver core.
We're talking flag football right now, dude.
I don't know. It's the best thing I can say with the Browns right now.
I get that. But, like, the Pro Bowl situation, I guess the Manning brothers can fix anything nowadays. They're going to fix the kick of destiny. They're going to fix the Pro Bowl.
I mean...
Do you watch the Manning casts on Monday night?
I do not, actually. So go ahead and tell me about them.
Big Manning fan. Peyton and Eli Manning, they watch the games together, like, virtually, and they'll commentate and just have guests on. Kind of like we're doing now. Have their own little show. It's really fun.
Yeah, very much so. It kind of reminds me of Pat McAfee.
I loved his alternate casts for the college football semifinals and the championship.
That's the thing. My dad hates his normal show, but loves him on College Game Day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, who is going to be drafted from Ohio State this year outside of Will Howard and Jack Sawyer? I believe that would be one Emeka Mbuka.
It's crazy. He's going to leave Ohio State having never been the number one receiver.
No, but at least he's got a ring now because...
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's another thing that just happened.
No pants, though.
Yeah, unfortunately. That's another thing that happened this year, guys.
It matters.
Yeah, 12 teams in a 12 championship, and this is the first year that, we got a new type of trophy. It's not a glass football anymore. It's an actual trophy. And due to NCAA new rules... Players also get rings similar to Super Bowl rings, except it'll have the college logo on it. With that, instead of the Lombardi Trophy, it would be the Big Ten or National Trophy for it. So that's going to be nice to have this nice decoration for all new Ohio State players, current and possibly newer ones that will be coming in, if they ever win another championship. But,
well said.
Yeah. I think that'll do it for today, guys. Thank you for listening to Strops Klat, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Peace.